Education Academy. Today we are going to carry out lecture 2, which is dealing with conductors, atom, electrons, conduction, power, voltage and current. What these things are, we will check it out gradually, step by step. Okay, before going to this topic, let me bring your focus on my first lecture, which was related to metallurgy and extraction of particular metals from ores and rocks. So what I told you in my first lecture, I told you we get whatever the metals are there from rocks. We get in the form of minerals. As an example, I told you regarding copper, aluminium, iron, etc. So here in my class, I am dealing with conductors. Here, as an example, I am taking conductor copper because in electrical constructions or any electrical criteria, we will use copper as a basic conductor to carry out any kind of electrical work. Fine. So from where we are getting copper? We are getting copper from copper ore. From which mineral we are getting copper? As I told you in my previous class, we are getting copper from a mineral named malachite. How we are extracting copper from malachite? We are extracting copper from malachite using, or what can I say, dealing with carbon. We have to remove carbonates, we have to remove sulfides, etc. Then we will get a refined copper from it. Fine. I have a particular copper wire. Fine. This is a particular copper wire which is insulated over here, and a bare copper, you can see metal here, a bare copper metal. Okay, what I am doing here, conductor. Copper is a conductor. Basically, why we are saying copper is a conductor? The criteria behind this saying that this is a conductor by its atomic structure. Here we are shifting from topic conductor to atom. Okay, what I am saying, this is a conductor, this is a copper metal which is a conductor. I am telling you all. Let me come to this topic first of all. An atom is a fundamental unit of matter made up of protons, neutrons, electrons. Where will you find atom? You will find atom in a matter. Matter can be solid, liquid, etc. Fine. So what is matter in my hand? Copper is the matter which is I am holding right now, which is a metal, and I am saying this metal as conductor. See, in copper you will be having protons, atom, copper atom. See, one more thing, I am showing you this particular conductor. This particular conductor will be having lots and lots of atoms in it. Understanding? It is not like one copper wire is there and it is having what? One atom. No. For example, if I am considering this small piece, this much little piece of particular copper metal, it may have many number of atoms. Many number of atoms comprises a particular matter, as I told you in my definition. Matter, anything is a matter. Wood, plastic, conductor, metal, anything is a matter. But which matter we are discussing over here? We are discussing about conductor. Which conductor we are discussing about? Which metal? Copper. Copper atomic structure we are about to carry on. So any atom will be having proton, which is a positive charge, neutron, nucleus, which will be having a node charge, electrons with a negative charge. An atom usually have same number of positive and negative charges. Any atom will be having usually same number of positive and negative charges. This makes the atom neutral. What makes the atom neutral? Any atom usually will have same number of protons, same number of electrons, which makes it neutral. See, first thing, clear your mind with what is atom. Don't get confused with it. Atom is what? What I told you? Copper. Copper is made up of what? An atom. Number of atoms will form a metal. Understanding? I am not saying, see, atom. Any atom, any atom. Atom, for example, if you are having a wood, made up of atoms. Plastic, atoms. Metal, everything. Every matter in this universe is composition of or mixture of or collection of atoms. Understanding? Now, what we are dealing with? We are dealing with a conductor. Why we are saying it as a conductor? What we are, just now what I said you, this is made up of atoms. See, why I am saying it as a conductor? In conductor, for example, wood is there, fine, plastic is there, and copper is there. Atomic structure of wood will not have valence electron in it. For example, nucleus is there, all positive charges are surrounded by nucleus, then here electrons, then again one more shell, number of electrons, again number of electrons. You won't get a valence or a free electron in wood, in plastic. That's why wood or plastic is not a conductor. Why not a conductor? What is the basic definition for conductor? Which carries electricity. How we will carry electricity? Flow of electrons. If electrons are tight, there is no valence electron, will it flow? No. That's why we are naming wood and plastic as insulator and copper as a conductor. Why? In copper you will be having a nucleus and some positive charge surrounded by, but at the outermost shell you will be having one valence electron for every atom. Now this is an advantage for you. One valence electron, you give force, this valence electron will move. Now I'll show you these pictorial presentations via my particular lecture video. I'll just show you right now. So be clear with it. Insulators are there. Insulators will not have a valence electron in their atomic structure. That's why they are called as insulator, because no electrons flow means there is no current. No current, no electricity. But here in copper atom or in aluminum atom or in water or in iron, the atomic structure is they are having valence electron in it. That's why that valence electron can easily travel when given certain force. As it is traveling, it is constituting current. That's why this is said to be as conductor. Now let's check out the slides with which I can clearly explain you regarding copper, voltage, power, current and all these scenarios. Let's go with the slides. So here it's a copper bundle of copper wire. As I told you, we are extracting copper from malachite, and after extracting it, all these wires comes into existence. As I have given you an example, it's nothing but the same copper wire. I told you in the previous in my exam in particular session just previously I told you this is a copper wire. This is the same wire. Here you can check out this particular wire. The minute he is taking the minute wire, the minute metal, copper metal, comprising of this many number of atoms, this many atoms in just this minute place. And here he is taking an example of one single atom. Again, within that one atom will be having nucleus, protons, electrons. Understand? As number of electrons are there, the same number of protons will be there in it. Okay. This is a particular copper metal, the same copper wire. Copper wire. In this copper wire is taking a minute area of it. Within this minute area, many number of, you think within a huge copper wire, how many number of atoms will be there, and within that atoms, how many number of valence electrons will be there. Because it's a conductor. What I told you, the conductor you will be having valence electrons. In insulator you won't have any valence electrons. So what we are doing, we are applying voltage. By applying that voltage, that particular valence electron will flow. Next slide. See here, transmission lines is giving the same example what I said you. These are made up of copper. 4 transmission lines, that means R by B, red, yellow and blue. Then a neutral R by B and three-phase forward system. That is, here you can check it out. These all are the electrons in the outermost orbits, and in between the nucleus and protons will be there. When we are applying voltage, this will start flowing. Next slide. See here, atom 1, atom 2, atom 3, 4, 5, 6, as many as there, many number of them. So every copper atom will be having valence. Not just copper, any conductor will be having valence electrons in their outermost shell, outer shell, not inner shell, outer shell, outer shell. When I am applying voltage, what is happening? These electrons will start flowing. As the electrons is flowing, it will constitute current. Let me now come to the topic. What is voltage? What is current? Voltage is what? A force applied. Voltage is what? A force applied. Current is what? Due to that force, the electrons are flowing. These electrons are flowing is called current. Current is nothing but flow of electrons. Where the electrons are? Within copper. Copper atoms are there. In atoms, protons, electrons are there. Valence electrons will flow. Why they are flowing? Due to the force applied. What is what? Voltage. When we are giving voltage, we have battery or we have generator, whatever it is, whatever the source may be. With that we are giving a force. What is force? F equals to ma. Ma is what? Mass into acceleration. What is mass? Mass. Any body having certain weight occupies some area is called mass by definition. What is my body? My body is it's a mass. Why? I am occupying some area, even I have some weight. Then my body is accelerating. Why it is accelerating? Due to I am applying force. What are force? For example, I am moving this hand or this hand or whatever I am doing. My body is in movement. Why? I am giving some force. My mouth is keep on vibrating. Why? I am speaking to you all. You are listening my voice. Why? Because I am applying force. With that force, you are listening all these things. You are checking out what I am doing. So force equals to mass into acceleration. That's the same. Force is nothing but voltage equals to what is mass? Electrons, they are flowing, accelerating. Electrons are accelerating due to applied voltage. What is voltage? Force. Due to that force, with pressure, electrons are moving. You give more pressure, that is more voltage, more electrons will flow with lots of pressure. Understanding? Keep in mind one thing. Voltage, for example, I am taking this cap. Assume this cap as electron. If it flows, it constitutes current. When it flows, when I am throwing this cap. If I throw this cap, throwing means what? Applying force, applying pressure means from here I am applying voltage. Due to my applied voltage, this particular cap is flowing. As much as I apply voltage up to that long extent, this particular cap will flow or the cap will go. That's why in power plants what they are doing, they will be using voltage, such as they'll step up from 11 kV to 132, 440, depending upon the ball. The cap, if the cap is big, cap means the power what they are generating, the megawatt what they are generating, P equals to. Understanding? If the power is more, if they are generating more, they require more force. That's why they are stepping it up. Understanding? Getting my point? If the power is getting decreased, you don't require 440 kV, you require 220 volts, which we will be using at our home. Next slide. See. Here we are taking mountain as a voltage. Here one mountain, here one mountain. If the voltage is less, it won't affect this man that much. If the voltage is high, it does affect this person. Understanding? Because, for example, if I am throwing a stone from here, from low space, it won't hurt you more. But from a high building, if I am throwing it, it may hurt you more because it exerts more pressure. Next slide. Voltage can be thought as mountain. Next slide. Rocks at higher elevations can do more damage, as I said you. Next point. The height of mountain tells you energy of each falling rock, for sure. As the height of the mountain keep on increasing, the rock speed will be more and it will damage more. That means the voltage is increasing, electrons will flow more with lots of pressure as increase in voltage. Next point. That's what I am saying. The height of mountain tells the falling rock. Total power is the height of mountain. Power P equals to VI. Height of the mountain into falling rock. Height of mountain, number of rocks falling is power. Voltage into flow of electrons, current is power. Next slide. That's what it is saying. Okay, these balls are what? Electrons. They are flowing. Why? Due to applied force, voltage. Next slide. That's what this particle. These are the all electrons. They are flowing. Why? Due to applied voltage. As the voltage increases, the flow of electrons also increases. Next point. Next. You can see that. Yeah, this is a particular copper wires where you will have balanced electrons. They are flowing due to applied voltage. Next slide. Yeah, here is a series bulb. In this series bulb, what is happening? This is a copper wire. I am giving a voltage here by battery. What is happening? Due to that, these bulbs are glowing. In series, first bulb will grow more, second will less, then the third will be growing somewhat. Okay. Next slide. Here in series, what happens if any one of the bulb is not glowing properly? It won't. It will let the all the circuit to fail. Why? Because it's connected in series. Next slide. Parallel, each and every bulb will glow perfectly. Reason is what? In series circuit. In series circuit, voltage will be the same, current will differ. But in parallel circuit, voltage will differ, current will be the same. So you are getting proper load. Next slide. As I am giving more voltage, more current is going. As the current is going more, lights are glowing. Next slide. You can check it out. Brighter, more brighter. Next slide. Here, as I am removing battery, what is happening? All of a sudden everything is shut down. No flow, glowing of bulb. Why? See, battery is just a force. Everything is there. Still it's not glowing. Why? With the flow of electrons it will glow. There is no battery, no voltage. How it will glow? Understanding? Voltage is not giving electron. Electron is there within the metal, within the copper, within the where electron is there. But to move that electron we require force. No force, no battery, no source. There is no flow of electrons. If there is no flow of electrons, no electricity. Next one. Next slide. The same thing is saying. Next slide. That's it. That's it. Yeah, as we have discussed those slides, there a small mistake has been committed due to some twisting topic while I was discussing series bulbs connections and parallel bulbs connections. So I am rectify this particular mistake. Check it out. For series circuits, voltage varies and current will be constant for series. For parallel circuit, voltage constant, current varies. Okay. Now here, before concluding those two lectures, lecture 1 and lecture 2, I want to put some points which are very important. Why I want to put some points? Lecture 3 is basically on MEP. Now technical things will start from MEP and all those things. These were the basic things which should be in our mind while we are going to any technical course or something like that. We should not go blindly. Chalo yaar, something like this. You should not go like that. Okay? Fine. So let's conclude our topic. How we have started. What were the criteria? What were the fundas which we have discussed? Or you can say the meals which were out of your table now came onto the table, and Alhamdulillah I served it to you all. Hope I did that. Fine. So let's check out from where we started. We started from metallurgy, right? That is from metallurgy, study of metals. I showed you in my first lectures. In metallurgy, we have started from volcanic eruptions. Volcanic eruption, right? How the volcanoes will erupt from there. We got molten rocks. Molten rocks are what? Fluids, metal fluids. As they comes onto the atmosphere, as they in contact with the atmosphere, they'll convert into the again rocks or ores. Rocks, ores. Fine. From these rocks and ores, it's a combination or composition of minerals. Minerals are many kinds of minerals were there. Especially we have discussed the mineral malachite. Why malachite? Because from there we get the most famous conductor, that is copper. That is we are extracting copper from the mineral named as malachite. Okay, these were some of the few topics which we have discussed in lecture 1. Hopefully I think all of you have watched my lecture 1. In lecture 2 what we have discussed, the same continuity. I kept continuity for lecture 2 so that you people can easily understand the logic what I want to explain you basically. In lecture 2 we have started with conductors. That is nothing but the copper wire. I have taken as an example. Fine. Conductors leads to conduction. How conduction took place? Via atom. From where atom is coming? Copper atom we have taken as an example. Okay, from copper atom we have studied regarding what? 1, 2, 3 criteria. What? Nucleons, protons, and our flavor is electron. So from these we got electrons. As we got electron, we have to study two criteria, that is voltage and current. Right? What is voltage? I told you. What is current? I told you. Voltage V equals to P. Power equals to product of voltage and current. Or you can say, I gave you best example, force equals to mass into acceleration. I told you about that thing. What is mass? Mass is weight, combination of weight and area. I told you all these things. With this we got voltage, we got current, we have studied about series circuits, we have studied about parallel circuits. I said some basic fundamentals of electromagnetic inductions. This is what we have discussed. See, while we are studying something where we lags, we know root, we will forget that. For example, a topic comes to you, first thing we should keep in mind, why. Why I should study this? What is its root? From where it's coming? If these things doesn't clicks your mind, then whatever you're studying is just a waste. Throw it out. It's not useful to you. It is nowhere useful to you. Why I have discussed all these things? See, these things, these many things we have discussed in all 2 lectures. It is the gift of Almighty. First of all, leave aside science. Science is nowhere. Nothing. Science is nothing. What is science? Study of resources given by Almighty is science, right? Maybe doctors, maybe engineers, maybe architect, maybe anyone, all over the world. What they are doing? They are just studying the resources given by God. How? For example, everywhere electricity is there. With electricity, everything is working for sure. If no electricity, we will go back to the era of BCs and beyond that even. What does? No laptops, no mobiles, no towers, nothing. How we got that? Where? Via what? The only source is volcanic eruptions. If nothing comes out from Earth means who? You are controlling Earth or am I controlling Earth? No, Almighty is controlling Earth. If nothing comes out, what will you use? Check it out. Think of it. Nature, study of nature is also important. If you are not a good analyzer, you can't understand what is what. And your faith in God Almighty won't get in a perfect way. See, from where we are starting volcanic eruption. It is natural scenario. Molten rocks. It is also natural scenario. They are converting into solid rocks. Why? Because it is getting freezed. If you are keeping water in freeze due to cool weather, what happens? It will get freeze. The same way, if the molten rock, they will be of lots and lots of temperature will be there inside the earth. As they comes on earth, temperature is very less. They will get freeze rocks by nature. There is no single hand of any human to create a molten rock. Rock and ores, no. It is not created by human. Minerals, nothing. Malachite, nothing. Copper, have you created? No. You can't even create a single atom. Single atom, single electron try to create. We can't do that. Thanks to Almighty. And focus on nature. Have study over nature. You will get to know many things. You will get great faith in Almighty. See, then conductors, nothing we can do. Our play starts from here, conduction, using conductor only. Electricity we are producing using electron only. Where electrons are, again wire, everything. Understanding? So, keep in mind one thing. To be technically perfect or technically right or technically strong, study nature. If you are perfect in nature, everything is derived from nature. You can't say, sir, this is not derived from nature. For example, this is electrical. Okay, electrical you are saying. Mechanical from where? Civil from where? Okay, leave this. Electronics from where? Leave this. Computers from where? Networks from where they are coming? Think of it. That's how I want to conclude. Thank you one and all. Have fun.